progress with equipment, you progress with time. I think art and photography are very similar in that sense. A lot of music is affected by what instruments are being made, right? Like synthesizers and keyboards really changed music. I think that's the same with photography. Digital is one of those things you can't ignore as a photographer. I know a lot of purists that tried to ignore it, and they eventually come around. Film is still more magical than digital, of course, and I love that it can never be emulated, but I don't think one is better than the other. So one photo that really stands out for me that people ask about is this photo of Andrew Reynolds. It's a portrait, and it was shot with the first Canon, like the one that wasn't like a hard drive on it, like DSLR, which was the EOS 1D. And it was shot for this intro for the America video, and we were doing just like a time lapse. Like I was just like shooting these portraits flash on camera. And it's crazy because a bus drove by. It was a longer exposure. It was a very important camera to me because that was my first digital camera. I was one of the first dudes in skating to really switch over. That's it. Like, you can see your photo right away. And that changed my life. You know, that like really changed my photography. And it's crazy that it was 4 megapixels. Like 4 megapixels back then. And now you would laugh at that. But in reality, I gotta give it to Canon because, you know, that 4 megapixel image, it's holding on, you know, and that's amazing to see that after all this time, because that photo, I think, is shot in 2001. You know, I don't think you really can have an ego being a photographer. I also have a really weird thing about selling photos, because a lot of times it's the subject that they want. You know, someone will want your photo, but these photos would not have happened without these people. So I'm in debt to those people. And I realized that if I didn't have those people, I wouldn't have those photos. So for me, I'm just happen to be a guy who's capturing it. I'm on no level of what level they are to me. They're the ones doing the really special things. I just happen to see it. With shooting photos, it's great to have different lenses and different options. I like having something really long, past 50.